Get Ready Do Done is an executive functioning strategy developed by Sarah Ward and Kristen Jacobson. The approach promotes the development of a variety of executive functioning skills, which are those skills that help our students complete tasks successfully and independently. The strategy consists of starting with a done goal and working backwards to plan how to achieve that goal. Before we get started, let's hear how implementing the Get Ready Do Done strategy has impacted instructional time in this teacher's classroom.
Checking to see what they're supposed to be doing, and it's pretty much self-monitoring. They're doing it themselves. I'll walk around here and there just to kind of check on them, but it frees up some time for me too, especially for the students who might be struggling with a specific skill, so then I can help them more often.
The first stage of Get Ready Do Done consists of task planning. When planning a task, it's absolutely essential that we start with our done goal. In the red done box, you'll make a picture of what the task or goal you want to be completed will look like. After we have our done image, we move to the green box, which is the do box. In this box, we list and discuss the steps we'll need to take to accomplish our done goal. Lastly, in the Get Ready box, we figure out what materials we'll need to complete the task and get done. After we work backwards to plan our tasks, we're ready to move into stage 2, which is working forward to execute the task. Here you can leave up the visual so students can get their materials ready, complete all the steps in the do box, and make sure that their final image matches what the done goal should look like. Lastly, the great part about this intervention is that students are able to monitor their own performance. This is what's considered the stage 3 of the intervention. They're able to see if what they are doing matches the plan that they created, or if they need to alter their plan to successfully complete their done goal. Just like any new concept we teach our students, they'll likely need a lot of modeling at first to fully grasp how the Get Ready Do Done process works. So you want to start by presenting the tool, making the plan very visible, and modeling the process over and over with the students. After the students start to get the hang of how the process works, you can gradually incorporate them more and more into that planning process, eventually having them complete their own Get Ready Do Dones with their own sketches. This will help further their development of that independent imagery and future thinking, which again increases likelihood for successful task completion while being independent. Another benefit to the Get Ready Do Done process is it can be used with really all students of all ages and can be implemented class-wide in small groups or one-on-one. Get Ready Do Done can also be utilized to teach a variety of content, including academic, social emotional, and behavioral skills. While Get Ready Do Done might work great for independent work or projects, it's important to remember that it can also be used to teach other skills and concepts, such as raising your hand or even learning academic concepts, such as what sound the EA vowel team makes. So why does Get Ready Do Done work? Executive functioning starts with what's called nonverbal working memory, which means creating a mental image of the task or goal that needs to be accomplished. Developmentally, with increases in technology and reduced opportunities for imaginative play, many children have limited experience generating that mental imagery and planning into the future, resulting in here and now thinking. The Get Ready Do Done strategy works because it pulls children out of that here and now thinking. It forces them to look to the future and make an image of what their goal will look like when completed. After students have that image, they'll be able to engage in another component of successful executive functioning, which is called verbal working memory. After they have the visual image of their done goal, they can engage in productive verbal working memory, which means that self-talk or stated intention we make inside of our heads. This encourages if-then thinking that supports successful and independent task completion. For example, if I need to make this art project, it looks like I'll need to do some cutting, then some gluing. So I'm going to need my scissors, my paper, and my glue stick. The Get Ready, Do Done strategy also fits with great teaching practices, such as making our instructional goals and expectations very clear. It really supports those students who might have working memory deficits or other executive functioning delays. This strategy is likely going to help a lot of those students who might just be a beat behind from the rest of your class. Involving them in the planning process, as well as keeping that Get Ready, Do Done visual present, is going to help support and make up for some of the other executive functioning deficits they might experience. Now let's talk about some tips for successful implementation. First and foremost, it's really important to use visuals whenever possible. This is going to help increase that imagery, which is going to increase the likelihood that students are going to plan successfully and execute the task successfully. Secondly, try to incorporate language that encourages student independence, such as show and tell me your plan to get ready, rather than get these materials. Next, try to incorporate gesturing when possible. Gesturing helps students see how they'll move through space and time to complete a goal. Then, after students are familiar with the process, gradually increase their involvement so they can become even more independent. Next, make sure you're using your resources. If there's a visual resource library, try to access it so you're not constantly creating new things. Talk to your other teachers, see how they're implementing it. And lastly, try it out. Just like anything, it might be a little sticky, it might be a little uncomfortable at first, but if you give it a fair shot, it has the potential to really increase academic engagement in your classroom.